Hey everyone, welcome back to another delicious episode here at Forever Acres Kitchen. Today, we're making shrimp ceviche. Now summer's almost done, but here in Florida, it's still 100 degrees. So this shrimp ceviche is the perfect recipe. Let's go. All right, so the first thing we're gonna wanna do is go ahead and deshell and devein the shrimp. So let's get that done. All right, so now that I've got my shrimp all deshelled and deveined, it's an arduous job. If you can get them already, deveined, deshelled, what have you, do so. They didn't have any ready. I had to get them the way I did and do them myself, but that's all right. All right, so now for the vegetables that we're going to be using for our ceviche, let's take a look. All right, for the ceviche, we're going to be using lime. I've got 3 limes here. We're going to use the juice of all 3 limes. I'm also going to throw in the skin and the whole lime into when I poach the shrimp, because we're going to poach the shrimp first, and we'll get into that in a minute. But 3 limes, going with some green onion, half of a red onion. We're going to use a couple of the green onions, but half of the red onion, whole lemon, some peppercorns. You can use regular black peppercorns, or I've got a mixture here. You just want a handful of peppercorns, jalapeno pepper, about half to almost half of a can of tomato sauce. I like using tomato sauce. It gives it a nice tang, good flavor. Half of a red pepper, half of a yellow pepper, half of a red pepper, and probably about a half bunch of cilantro. So there we go. Let's get this all chopped up. All right, so I got all my veggies cut up, put into this bowl. I've got my citrus cut. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get the shrimp. We're going to go ahead and poach them. All right, we're going to wait till it gets to a rapid boil. Then we'll turn down the heat and bring it back down, and then we'll put in the shrimp. All right, now that it's at a rapid boil, we're going to go ahead and add some salt. Plenty of salt. We're going to add in our peppercorns, juice of a whole lemon, go ahead and drop in the lemons, juice of a whole lime, go ahead and drop in the limes, and then the jalapeno pepper. And now we're going to turn that down to simmer and let it calm down some before we add the shrimp. All right, now that it's cooled down, I'm going to go ahead and add in the shrimp. Here, just a quick stir. I'm now going to turn off the heat. We're going to cover it, and we're going to let that poach for about 3-4 minutes. All right, it has been 3.5 minutes. I believe, oh, you can just smell the citrus. You can even smell that jalapeno. Look at that. Huh? How pretty is that? So these are done. We're now going to get them out of here, and we're going to put them in an ice bath. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put them in that ice bath. You want to stop that cooking process. So very important step. And then after we get all the shrimp in here, we're going to actually put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes, and then we'll continue on making the ceviche. Go ahead at this time also fish out that jalapeno pepper, and we're going to dice this up. All right, now that we've got all our shrimp in, let's go ahead and cover it. And like I said, we're going to put this in the fridge for about 30 minutes. Now for that tomato sauce, I'm actually going to put the juice of the limes in the tomato sauce. It's going to help thin out that tomato sauce. And so that way it combines all better. Stir that up. Probably should use a bigger bowl, but that's okay. That's the consistency I want. That's good. There you go. All right, so our shrimp is now ready to be cut up. They've been in there for 30 minutes. And so let's get them cut up and get them into the bowl with all the vegetables, cilantro, and all the seasonings. Then we're going to put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes, just enough time for me to make a white sangria. That's right. You're not just getting ceviche recipe, you're getting a white sangria recipe. So let's get to cut. I'm going to cut these into like fourths. Big pieces like that. I like big pieces. All right, got all the shrimp cut up in the bowl. Now we're going to pour over that tomato and lime sauce and get this all stirred up. All right, let's add a little bit more salt and pepper to it. Oh yeah. How beautiful does that look? All right, let's cover her up. Let's get it in the fridge. All right, here's everything you're gonna need for the white sangria. We've got granache. This is Notorious Pink. This has a peach and pear notes to it. So we got a peach, we got a pear. We're gonna cut that up, put it inside. Also gonna be using some brandy and some peach nectar by Petite. This is good stuff right here. So let's get started. All right, let's get our bottle of Grenache in there first. And now half a cup of the brandy. A cup of the peach nectar. And now let's cut up our fruit. Little tip, you can use an ice cream scooper gently to get that little middle part out. Keep 2 pieces out for garnish. Now let's give it a good stir. And a quick little taste. Oh, that's gonna be good. Let's put this in the fridge for about 30 minutes, and then we're ready to eat and drink. All right, so we're all set to plate this up. So let's get this ceviche in this beautiful martini glass, and let's get a taste. Ah, how beautiful is that? Cheers. Just kidding. Oh, what a great, great, great presentation, I think. I love it. The shrimp looks fantastic. The smells are great. Let's get a taste. Now, there's plenty of ways to eat this with. You can do chips, of course, tortilla chips, tostones, which are really good. Or Chifles has these great tostone chips. Fantastic, great crunch, perfect for ceviche. So that's what we're going to use today. Get some of that. All right. Now, let's get a taste. Play that shrimp. Oh, yeah. Give me some of that cilantro. That, oh, that is fantastic. That shrimp is so toast tender. I really like that poaching method. I've never done that before. I've seen it several times. I saw it at a restaurant on Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and I never thought about poaching shrimp. I tried it. It's fantastic. The shrimp stays tender. If you follow the instructions just as I laid them out, it's going to come out perfect. At least it did for me. Hopefully it does for you. But it did for me. It's got just just enough acidity, great flavors, onions. You can even let it sit a little bit longer. I would have liked to let it sit in the fridge a little longer. Kind of started this recipe late. I already missed sunset. That's okay. So I did start late, but I would have liked to let this sit maybe another 30 minutes and just really let all those juices. Look at that. All those juices just look at all those juices. Just really come together. Um, but this came out fantastic. I'm really just impressed of how tender the shrimp came out. Because sometimes with ceviche, you got to be careful not to, because you can overcook shrimp and then it's just rubbery. But this is great. So try that. Now, let's taste our sangria. All right, let's get this to the side. Look at that. This came out fantastic. Look how beautiful that looks. Get some ice. Some of that pretty ice that we got. Garnish it with a peach. Cheers. Mm, very nice. That actually pairs very, very well with the ceviche. You get that sweetness, the peach, the pear. Mm, that came out good too. What a great dinner we're about to have. So we're going to get to eating. Till next time, eat well, my friends, and drink well. And most of all, live well. Cheers.